Hey everybody, it's Lisa again. I'm recording on a different device this time so that I can look at both videos and see which one, looks better and know which one to use. So, my last video, I was supposed to introduce myself and I did a little, didn't really say a whole lot. I'm in Dayton, Ohio. Dayton is the land of funk. If you are into funk music, please stop this video right now. Well, after I tell you what to do, then stop it. Look up the Funk Hall of Fame and Museum on YouTube. They are also on Twitter and Instagram and basically everywhere. And follow them. They need support. We lost our Funk Hall of Fame. The property that it was, that had previously been donated to them, well, they were basically told they had to start paying rent they couldn't afford. Or move. So they had to move. So we've lost, so the Funk Museum has lost its home. They are right now just trying to get it together so we can rebuild. But almost every great funk band you know of, the Ohio Players, Zap, Slay, Wild Cherry. I don't want to make this a video all about funk music, but they're all from Dayton. And it's very important to our community. Just like, unfortunately, the music that comes from rather marginalized communities is not given the same support. Nobody's going to donate $1 billion for them to build an awesome Funk Hall of Fame. Like, for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame they have in Cleveland, obviously. So they would just be happy with, something small. But so they were just trying to get the support together for that. So follow them, please. And let's see. I've gone on too long about that, haven't I? I'm rambling because I'm still super nervous. Okay, so I told you in the last video that I live with depression and anxiety. And right now I'm super nervous making this video. I just have to be honest with you. I am like shaking inside. It's crazy. And I can hardly think. But I am, my whole life I've had anxiety, but I've also fortunately somehow found it in me to just really want to push forward when I most don't feel like I can. Like, I've had tremendous driving anxiety my whole life. When I was a little kid, I was scared to be in the car. When I was finally old enough to drive, I shook the whole time. I'm 53. I've had my license. I got my license in Arizona at 14 and a half years old with a hardship, special hardship license that they had. So I've been licensed basically for almost 40 years, and I still shake every time I drive, but I keep driving. So I'm shaking right now, just showing you guys records, and I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, so last time I showed you guys, I told you what a big fan I am of Talking Heads and Tom Tom Club. I love Tom Tom Club. Record Store Day 1, they released this Genius of Live 2020. Genius of Live came out, I think, in 2002. They recorded it at the Clubhouse. Anyway, it's just a fun record. It's really goofy at times. I mean, like, Chris France actually says at one point, "Yeah, I remember those nights down at CBGB's." It's so kind of dorky, but it's like, that's what it's all about. And that's exactly why I love funk music. My little homemade tripod just kind of buckled under. I'm going to need to get a tripod. I don't have one. I fashioned one out of blocks of wood, and they're kind of not wanting to work. A little better? Okay. The other record store day purchases I made for day one in August is I'm a huge Al Green fan. I love him. Okay, so we have, it's such, I actually, this is not my first copy of this album. I have an old one. I actually just wore it out. But you know, the vinyl for this, it's, here you go. See? I'm sure to you it is absolutely gorgeous. I have a birth defect. I'm actually colorblind, but don't tell me about those glasses. I know about the glasses. They are not for people like me. I actually have cataracts. But the good news is I'm getting surgery next year. And I'm finally going to get to see colors for the first time. I'm going to get to see the color of my children's hair for the first time in their eyes. That's what I'm most looking forward to. Although I've been told all of them, their eyes are exactly like mine. And then the third purchase is I'm also a huge fan of Brittany Howard. I love her. And I loved her album, Jamie, that came out in 2019. And if you have not listened to it yet, it's just, it's so beautiful and so personal. And it's like she just shared herself with us. None of it is, she's not trying to make hits. They're not particularly radio-friendly songs. The song Goat's Head is my favorite. It's not on this album. Goat's Head is not. You have to get Jamie to hear Goat's Head. I highly recommend it, though. But this one has Stay High, Baby, He Loves Me. I love that song, He Loves Me. It's, and then 13th Century Metal, Tomorrow. Tomorrow's probably my second favorite song on the album. Behind Goat's Head, and then Presence. I mean, every song on the album is great. And this live album is just, I am so looking forward to finally hearing it. I did get to listen to it at a friend's house, but I'm looking forward to playing mine. I was just explaining in the last video how we're moving everything down to the basement. My son, my oldest son, I've got two sons and a daughter. My oldest son is 32, and he and my daughter-in-law actually lived with us for 3 years. They moved in 2017 to save up money for their wedding, and also they were both in graduate school and just trying to finish school. Well, this past and they got married September of 18, so they just celebrated 2 years together married, and about a week and a half before their anniversary, they moved out on their own, and we missed them so bad. I'm also really happy to be able to drink my coffee in my underwear in the morning, though, so it's like, But then, like today, he came over and ate lunch with me, and that was nice. So it's kind of nice to have a normal parent-adult-child relationship instead of, him living with me. It made it kind of awkward because, what 32-year-old really wants to be living with their mom? They don't want to. And he's going to be stuck with me soon enough when I become decrepit and old. So, you know, he's off on his own. But now with our basement free, because we had converted our basement into a little apartment for them, I'm actually going to be moving all of my records down there, and my record player, my setup, and because cats aren't allowed down there, and I foster cats, and so I need to keep all my stuff away from, you know, foster cats. My personal cats are well behaved, but a lot of times feral cats just, you know, we just have to be careful what we leave around for them. Okay, so the reason I wanted to make a second video, and I've already gone on for 10 minutes. How does this happen that 10 minutes goes by? I don't want to make such long videos because you guys don't know me. You don't have a reason to sit and listen to me yammer on for this long. Anyway, I want to open up what I received today is my box from Record Store Day 2. I was not able to get out and shop in person this year. I have a weakened immune system because I am a recent cancer survivor. And also, my very, very, very best friend since the summer before the second grade is having surgery in probably about a month. And I'm going down to help take care of her, so I have to be really careful and make sure that I don't catch anything in the meantime. So I am quarantined at home. Okay, so this package I ordered from, give me 1 second. Like I said, my little homemade tripod is Spin Me Round. See, I know the name of that record store. But again, the nerves. My brain is like, it's, you know, it's putting up here. Spin Me Round. Okay, so if you look up Spin Me Round, not around, just round records, they are some of the goofiest. I love over-the-top cheesiness. I am just an absolute sucker for over-the-top cheesiness. I think we have so many super serious things that we have to, you know, mind in our lives, that any opportunity that you can have to just have fun and not be afraid to look stupid and just be a dork. I love them. They're great. I loved them so much that I ordered my record store day records from them. And also I was just thrilled that they had a couple of the titles I really wanted, you know. Okay. I have more Record Store Day 2 titles coming from a local record store in Yellow Springs, and see, now I'm blanking on their name as well. Doggone it. Anyway, I'll find the name and link to them, but I'll do a video actually when I get my records from them, so that I can tag them and make sure that they get some business, maybe, I hope. Anyway, so yeah, these came from Spin Me Around Records. I have to tell you, their packaging was perfect. I mean, perfect. The records were very well protected, but at the same time, they didn't, like, make it Fort Knox to get into, you know? You ever had that happen? And you get a record and you're like, my God, you can't even get into the damn thing. They sent me 3 of these. So, see if maybe Tony, that's my husband, wants to put one of these on his car. I don't know. Okay. So, the first thing I got that I'm really looking forward to hearing is The Feminine Complex, Live and Love. My BFF that I was telling you about earlier that's getting ready to have the surgery, her name's Colleen Eckmark. She's from Nashville. Well, she's not from Nashville. She moved to Nashville. Listen to this, guys. When she was 18, she just moved to Nashville to sing. She's like, I'm just going to go to Nashville all by myself at 18. Not a lot of people have the courage to do that. She is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful singer. I mean, I used to love singing with her when we were kids because she made me sound good. I can't sing. Well, not and stay on key anyway. Okay, so a road paving agency grabbing 69 girl group garage band trip. I've never heard them, but they're from Nashville, and they call them the first girl band. I highly doubt that. They were probably the first band that a male record executive allowed to make a record. They were not the first girl band. Guarantee it. And you don't even want to get me started on that shit. Some people are like, well, women don't, they're not into rock and roll. They don't. Yeah, they are. They don't play guitar and bass. Yes, they do. Of course, we all know that now, but I'm 53, so, back in the day, we were just, all it was, men kind of had it cornered and they weren't really letting them in the club. And we can see that now that record labels aren't as important as they used to be. And everybody, anybody who wants to make music now, you can just make music. And now we've got so many, not just women, but men that, beautiful, beautiful artists that a record label wouldn't have ever given a chance to. So I think it's kind of an interesting time for music right now. But anyway, getting back onto my records, I also wanted this A Life in Waves original motion picture soundtrack. Anyway, I'm going to read the back to you. I'm sure you probably saw it on all of the Record Store Day, lists, but I'm really looking forward to hearing this. So if you've watched television, went to the movies, or listened to the radio in the 80s and 90s, you probably heard Suzanne Ciani's work, whether you knew it or not. Suzanne is a 5-time Grammy-nominated composer, electronic music pioneer, and neoclassical recording artist whose work has been featured in countless commercials, video games, and feature films. A Life in Waves explores Suzanne's life and innovations through her own eyes, offering a feminine glimpse into the world of electronic music. So, just a regular white sleeve. Oh, it's a clear vinyl. I have mixed feelings about vinyl that is not black. I think it's neat. A lot of times it doesn't sound quite as crisp, but it still sounds good. I'm not what I would consider an audiophile, mainly because my hearing just isn't that keen. So maybe if I had some, really good headphones, I would really be able to start telling the difference. But anyway, but isn't that pretty? I'm looking forward to it. And, let's see. Then the last one is, and I'm not going to open this one up because I don't want to. This video's already, now I'm at 20 minutes. Nobody should have to watch 20 minutes of me yammering. This is, anyway. But this is Melanie. Do you remember Melanie? I've got a brand new pair of roller skates. I better. Oh, is my video gonna get tagged now and taken off YouTube because I sang 2 seconds? Anyway, so this is An Evening with Melanie, the Theatre Royale, Drury Lane, 1974. This was from the West End, London West End. This is the actual front of the album. So this was the promo photo that they put up for all the thumbnails for Record Store Day 2. Remember this? Okay. So, but this is actually the back. And because it's a nice picture of her. But this is the front. Pretty interesting, huh? Anyway, it's so my funny Melanie story is that back in around, I'm gonna say 67, 70, maybe 75, 76. I don't know. So my BFF Colleen, who lives in Nashville, that's the great singer, she and I used to go camping when we were kids in Southern California. I grew up in Southern California. I know I don't sound like it. I moved to North Carolina when I was 18 and lived there for 25 years. That's why I have such a Southern drawl. Moved to Ohio in 2011, so there's that about me. But back to Southern California. We used to go camping all the time at a place called Silent Valley. Her parents had a membership there, and it was just a real fun place to go. I've always loved camping, and her mom got an old school bus, a big school bus, not even a little short bus. It was huge and converted into this gigantic camper. It was so cool. We weren't allowed to sleep in it, though. We had to sleep in our tents. One time, Colleen threw up in the tent. It was disgusting. Sorry, Colleen. I know you're going to watch this, and you're going to be like, ah! Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to tell. Had to. And then we nicknamed her sleeping bag Barf Bag. But anyway, so we were at Silent Valley, and we hear Melanie is there, and she's going to do an acoustic set. We were, oh my God! So we ran down there. We ran down there to see Melanie. We loved that song, Brand New Key. And she did like an hour-long set, and every song was pretty much just another really slow folk ballad, which I love now, okay, but for like an 8 to 9-year-old, that was like torture. And every song we were like, brand new key, brand new key, brand new key, okay? No, it never happened. And then she was told, you have one, we saw her manager or somebody, I don't know who, tell her, you have one song left. And she's like, oh, I can only do one more? And then she went, oh, she's like, I was going to do Brand New Key, but I really want to do this new song that I just wrote. And we were like, ah! Ah! Okay. Oh, it was, and now we just laugh about it. Because we're like, who the hell has one hit to their name and doesn't do their one damn hit at their show? Well, anyway, so I saw that Melanie had this Record Store Day 2 release. I was like, oh, awesome. And I know she's got a huge fan base, and she really is a beautiful artist. She really is. But, I was a kid then, so I just wanted to hear the roller skate song, okay? So, but anyway, so I saw this album, and guess what? Do you see Brand New Key on there? No, you don't, because it's not there. She must really hate that song. I mean, she's either like one of the bravest, awesomest, I don't give a fuck bitches out there, or she's just a jerk. Who the heck makes people sit through an hour-and-a-half concert and doesn't play their only hit? Anyway, so I still love Melanie, or else I wouldn't have bought the album, but she should have put Brand New Key on the album. Okay. Anyway, so now this video is almost 30 minutes. I'm well overstayed my welcome. So I want to say hi and thank you to a few people that spoke with me this morning and gave me the courage to enter the vinyl community, because I started finding your guys' videos just a few months ago, and before that I had no idea that a vinyl community on YouTube existed, and I was just like, wow, and wanted to be a part of it, but feeling very shy and nervous, and so of course Rachael, the music ma'am, was so nice to me. She invited me onto her live stream this morning and encouraged me. There's Groovy Lisa was there. I love her. I've been following her for a little while. I love her videos. She's really awesome. Awesome, down to earth. I have kind of I don't really enjoy, how do I want to say it? You know how there's some people that kind of want to suck the joy out of something by taking it just too seriously and being a little bit of a snob? Okay, so that's the reason that I was afraid to join it first, because I thought, I'm just, first of all, learning how to properly take care of my records. I didn't used to. I never put my fingers all over them or spilled stuff on them, or but I used to not cover them up, and in fact, even just recently in August when I got my record store day purchases, I was such an idiot, I peeled the plastic off the top. I didn't even keep the hype stickers. It didn't occur to me. Plus, I am a little OCD about any kind of label or tag. I have a hard time leaving it on, so there's also that. But, anyway, where was I at? Oh yeah. So some people can be a little bit, you're supposed to use this kind, you're supposed to have these certain records that I don't have, because I only buy stuff I'm going to listen to. I do not buy stuff just to have it. I think I only have 2 Beatles albums, because I love the Beatles. I do. I really do. I listen to them quite a bit. But it's just that, I know that if I'm going to pick a Beatles album to listen to, I know it's going to be either, Revolver or Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. There's really no point in me having all the others, because I know that if I go to listen, if I want to hear the Beatles, I won't pick, maybe Abbey Road. Maybe I need to get Abbey Road. I probably shouldn't I? I'll get Abbey Road. But anyway, eventually. They're everywhere. I can get one. I don't need a first pressing mono, all that la la la. I don't. Although I'm sure it sounds wonderful, but I'm like I said, my hearing isn't all that great. My ears aren't that keen. So I don't really need, audiophile grade stuff. But anyway, so I was afraid of joining the community because I don't have the best record player in the world. I'm going to be getting a nicer one when I can afford it. Right now we've got a ton of work to do on our house, so that's going to probably wait. And then, you know, my record collection is kind of weird. I didn't know how many other people are into funk and soul and stuff like that. Everybody seems to kind of be into classic rock. And I didn't know there were so many women in the community. You know, about 20 years ago, I kind of got involved with a local record community where I was living in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I tried to get involved, but it was extremely sexist, and I wasn't welcomed at all. And I was afraid that would happen here, but it hasn't. And so this morning, so Groovy Lisa and Rachael and Eric, I subscribed to him this morning. I'm trying to find, I want to find his name here so I can tell you to subscribe to him. Sorry. Just, you know, I'm just going to look him up right here. You can, you know, this is a second for you to, you know, do whatever. Okay. Plastic Sound Wave Cult. I haven't watched any of his videos yet, but I enjoyed on the live stream, you know, his conversations with Rachael, and he seems like a really genuinely neat guy. And let's see, and then Prog Hat, want to say hi to. He also was very encouraging in the comments there. Anyway. I'm trying to just, I've followed several channels. There's so many I like. If you subscribe to me, I'll subscribe back. I'm trying to subscribe to everybody that I can find. You know, just because I like to, you know, learn as much about records as I can. And, you know, while I'm stuck here in quarantine, you know, may as well. So, I think that's about it. Thank you for sticking with me this far. And, yeah, just, you know, reach out to me. I'm on, let's see here. Lisa Tedesco, VC, of course, for YouTube. I'm on Spotify, Tantra Flower, TANTRAFLOWER. If you want to follow me there. I've made a bunch of really weird playlists, but I never follow anybody, so nobody ever gets to see them. So, maybe you can follow me there and you get to see them, and I'll follow you back. All right, take care. Again, peace and love.